When grief comes quietly. The tavern was in Luminara Crossing, a small city built along a slow silver river that never hurried and never forgot. Luminara Crossing was known for its lantern bridges, each one lit at dusk, not to guide travelers forward, but to remind them where they'd been. The Wandering Tavern rested near the oldest crossing, its windows glowing gold against a dusk that felt heavier than most. I was trimming the wick of a lantern when the traveler stepped inside. He moved carefully, like someone afraid of knocking something fragile over inside himself. He stood there a moment too long, hands clasped, eyes unfocused. "Come in," I said gently. "You're not late." He sat near the fire, staring into it as though it might say something first. I poured him a drink and asked the question I always ask when the air feels this quiet. "What's your name, traveler?" He hesitated, then softly, "Tomas." "Tomas," I repeated, letting the name settle between us. "You're welcome here." His shoulders loosened just a fraction. "I didn't come looking for answers," he said. "I just didn't want to be alone with it tonight." That, my friend, is enough to begin. Grief rarely announces itself. In Luminara Crossing, people say it arrives like fog, sudden, damp, and impossible to hold. "Tell me what you're carrying," I said. Tomas swallowed. "I lost someone, and everyone keeps asking how I'm doing." He gave a weak, humorless smile. I never know what to say. "Most people don't," I said. "They're asking how loud the pain is, not how deep." He stared into the fire. "Some days I feel almost normal, and then I feel guilty for that too." I nodded. "Grief doesn't move in straight lines, my friend. It loops, it doubles back, it rests without warning." I told him how many travelers come through convinced they're grieving wrong. Too slowly, too quietly, too inconsistently. "You're not broken," I said. "You're grieving." His eyes shone, but he didn't look away this time. The fire popped slowly. From the far side of the room, Alex adjusted a lantern, listening without intruding, his movements careful, as if even sound tread lightly tonight. "Tomas," I said, "may I tell you a small story?" He nodded. "Once," I began, "a traveler came through Luminara Crossing carrying a cracked cup. He refused to replace it even though it leaked." I leaned closer, voice low. "He said the crack appeared the day someone he loved died, and if the cup ever stopped leaking, he feared it would mean he'd stopped caring." Tomas's breath caught. "So he carried it everywhere," I continued, "not to punish himself, but to remember that love leaves marks, and that those marks mean something once mattered deeply." I let the fire speak for a moment. "Grief," I said, "is not the proof you're stuck. It's the proof that you loved." Alex set another log on the fire. "And love," he added quietly, "doesn't vanish just because someone does." Tomas nodded, tears finally slipping free. I keep trying to move on, he whispered. Then stop trying, I said gently. Grief isn't something you move on from, my friend. It's something you learn to carry differently. The tavern grew still. What if it never gets lighter? Tomas asked. I met his eyes. Then you learn to grow stronger around it. Not harder, wider. The fire didn't burn brighter. It burned steadier. Outside Luminara Crossing's river whispered against stone. You don't have to honor your loss by suffering, I said, and you don't betray it by smiling. Tomas wiped his face. So what do I do on the days when it hurts the most? On those days, I said, you rest, you remember, you speak their name if you need to, or you sit quietly and let the ache exist without explanation. When you leave here, I said, take only this with you. You are allowed to grieve in your own way, on your own time. He stood steadier than when he arrived. Thank you, Tomas said, for not rushing me. That, I replied, is the easiest kindness there is. Alex opened the door for him. Lantern light spilled across the threshold like an invitation. After the door closed, Luminara Crossing felt older somehow. Alex leaned on the bar. He'll be back, he said. Maybe, I replied. But even if he isn't, he knows where to rest now. The fire settled low, embers glowing like memories that refuse to disappear and shouldn't. Grief doesn't ask to be solved, it asks to be witnessed. And tonight, that was enough. My friend, the lanterns will remain lit, and the fire will be warm, even when the door closes behind you. Return whenever the road feels heavy, or when your heart seeks quiet company. Carry what serves you, leave the rest by the hearth, and know that this place and these words will wait patiently for you. Until then, travel gently and let the night watch over you.